In this video, we will show the reporting and SLA capabilities of IBM Control Desk. First, we'll show several of the out-of-the-box reports for IBM, including productivity, performance, business value, and predictive operational performance reports. As of IBM Control Desk 7.6, our customers now get entitlement to IBM Cognos Business Intelligence for use with IBM Control Desk free of charge. This provides additional analytic reporting capabilities and out-of-the-box reports in addition to the hundreds of the out-of-the-box reports already included with the embedded BERT reporting engine. As we preview some of the reports, we'll also look at the various ways users can interact with the reporting capabilities as they are very pervasive through the application. First, all of the IBM Control Desk modules provide a launch point into IBM Cognos for authorized users. Business users can also access Cognos directly when necessary. We'll run one of our out-of-the-box reports showing requests that are overdue. The next report to be shown is an analytics report showing trending information of incoming requests and the backlog on a monthly basis. The backlog trend looks to be going in a positive direction for the last month. However, when looking at the quarterly view, the increasing trend may be quite alarming. The report shown here was developed and used for this demo and will be made generally available in the near future. The next report shown is from our Software Asset Manager page. On her dashboard, she can see that Norton antivirus licenses are over-allocated by 1, indicating an audit exposure. However, when she runs the install base audit report, she realizes the situation is worse, as more licenses were discovered than authorized. This is something an auditor would surely find. Reports can also be run from the toolbar, which shows all of the reports the user has access to across the various IBM Control Desk modules. This report shows the number of tickets impacting the various configuration items in the system, possibly pointing to trouble areas. Reports corresponding to a specific module can also be launched in that context. This example shows service requests that are hopping queues, indicating time may be wasted as tickets are incorrectly routed. This can also be frustrating to a user as their issue may not be getting the right attention. This next report shows outages that were caused by a prior change. This points to areas of process and implementation plan improvement for changes in the organization. Finally, this last report gives an indication how the help desk is doing against commitments made for contact, response, and resolution times. In a healthy situation, all of the average values should be well under the SLA thresholds. This completes the overview of some of the reporting capabilities for IBM Control Desk. Next, we'll take a look at some of the real-time dashboard features. In addition to reporting, IBM Cognos also provides a simple drag-and-drop method to build out dashboards. The one being constructed here is using some of the out-of-the-box workspace metrics and reports to show service requests and incident backlogs and how priority 1 tickets are being resolved. Let's go back to Page's dashboard, our Software Asset Manager. First, let's add a new portlet showing services from the Enterprise App Store being requested. Page uses the predefined query and selects the field she wants to see. She has a special interest in new requests, so she highlights those in red. After a few quick steps, Page's new portlet is set up and ready to go. Next, she wants to see another commonly used report she has on her dashboard, so with a few clicks she adds the report for software products by vendor and license to her dashboard. The other predefined portlet types can be set up in a similar way. Lastly, many of the portlets have interactive capabilities. We've seen how you can launch a report. Users can also click on the graphs in order to drill down into various datasets. First, we'll look at all of the requests from the Enterprise App Store. As in all of the modules, these lists can be downloaded in the user's favorite format, like an Excel spreadsheet. In addition to the list of data, users can also click on portions of the graphs in order to view certain data. This example showed the software licenses from the vendor TechCare. This completes the demo of the dashboard capabilities. The last part of the demo will focus on service level agreements. The first thing we'll do is create a new service level agreement to ensure first contact and resolutions are met for priority 1 incidents. For systems that only allow one SLA to be applied to an object, the SLA with the lowest ranking, matching the conditions, is used. In this case, we're going to be very specific about the types of tickets to target, so we use a low ranking. Next, we'll define the SLA thresholds for first contact and resolution. The first contact is set at 10 minutes and the resolution for 12 hours. Once we have our thresholds defined, we can include any automation we want as those SLAs near a breach. For the first contact, let's set an email notification to go out when the SLA is 5 minutes before breach. For the resolution, we'll set an action to automatically assign a new owner when the SLA has 3 hours left before the 12-hour resolution window has breached. Lastly, we'll define the conditions that will be used to match this SLA to the appropriate tickets. In this case, we'll make sure the internal priority is equal to 1. Other condition types like classification are predefined, or the user can use the expression builder to include other conditions as needed. Once the status is changed to active, it's ready for use. Let's take a look at this priority 1 incident and how the SLA behaves. Users who are authorized can manually apply an SLA to a ticket as shown here. In most cases, applying an SLA to a ticket is done by invoking the same action through automation. We can then click on the View SLAs button to see the commitment targets for this SLA. We can see the SLA created previously has been applied. If unforeseen circumstances arise and the business rules allow, the clock on the SLA can be stopped by changing the status of the ticket to SLA hold. The clock is restarted by changing the status back to an in-progress state, triggering the targets and escalation points to be recalculated in order to take into account the hold time. After a period of a few minutes, the escalation ran, sending email to Scott notifying him of the impending breach. In addition to standard first contact and resolution metrics, business SLAs can be defined for specific vendors or customers and services. This is an example of an SLA that has been defined to measure the availability of the email and billing services for a vendor, IBM. Note that the commitment type in this case is availability. This can be measured using the configuration items representing those services on the SLA. As changes are created and incidents occur, the total downtime of those impacted CIs can be calculated. The SLA can also point to specific services covered. Services and their business value are demonstrated more in the next video. This completes the demo of reporting and SLA management for IBM Control Desk.